Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and having a great day and an amazing week. And my name is Effie and today is a bit of a controversial one. So I picked up this palette from TK Maxx. It is originally £15 but I got it for £9.99. This is a dupe of the Stacey Marie BPerfect Carnival Love Tahiti palette. I think that's what it's called. It's a bit controversial because obviously W7 is a brand that is known for duping products. They do a lot of dupes of Huda products, for example, and other brands. However, this is slightly different to most people because they're not just duping a brand. Stacey Marie is an influencer who put a lot of time and effort into creating that palette. So for a brand to just come along and dupe it is a bit questionable. In my mind, I picked this up because I want to see how it stands by itself. I've never used the Carnival palette at all. I've never even tried BPerfect Cosmetics. So for me, this video is simply just my opinion on this palette. If you would like me to get the Stacey Marie Carnival palette and do a comparison video, please let me know because I'm more than happy to do that. I want to get the Carnival palette anyway and I might as well do a video comparing the two. But today is purely just focused on this palette. But if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing because I do a lot of makeup videos. So if you like that, this is a place for you. But other than that, I'll stop talking and I will let you watch the video. Enjoy! Okay, so this is the palette we are looking at today. It is the W7 Mardi Gras Express Yourself eyeshadow palette. Looks like this on the inside. I will insert some swatches of the palette for you now. Okay, time for swatches. I'm just going to go row by row along my arm. There is nothing on my arm, no primer, no foundation, no nothing. As always, swatches don't really mean anything. I just like them to see what the colour looks like against my skin tone. But obviously if a shade swatch is bad, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be poor quality on your eyes. Just putting that out there, but let's get into the swatches. Okay, so this is the top row. Starting from this end, we have Envy, Olive, Cedar, Peachy, Alter Ego, Volto, Identity, and Unmask. This is the second row. We have Emerald, Zesty, Attire, Tuscan Sun, Carnival, Jamin, Crew, and Rex. Okay, so our third row we have Acid, Shamrock, Colombiana, I think, Living, Flambeau, Glow Stick, Royalty, and Behave. Okay, so this is our fourth row. We've got Tahitian Pearl, Venice, a word that I really can't pronounce, it's French, I'm so sorry. Ile d'Autre, I think, I'm sorry again. Feathers, Ball, Beads, and Bacchus, I think, I don't know. And then our final row we have Sapphire, Riviera, Old Fashioned, Invitation, Montera, Mardi Gras, Van Dyke, and Midnight. And now I'm going to zoom in and we will start with the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Beauty Bay Eye Base in shade 2. Okay, so I'm going to try and use as many colours as possible in this video, so be prepared for me to be using a lot of colours. I'm giving you a fair warning. Okay, so I'm going to start with this shade here, which is called Van Dyke. Okay, so that shade went on really nicely, it built up really nicely. It's quite pigmented. It's also starting to blend out quite easily by itself, which I like because it will mean that blending should be easier as we go on. It's a nice shade. I like purples, so I'm happy with this 100%. Next, I'm going to go in with the dark blue, which is called Sapphire. That shade also went on really nicely, built up nicely. It's not as pigmented as I was hoping for. Definitely buildable and you can work with it really easily. So far I'm quite impressed. And now going in with the lighter blue, which is called Riviera. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. I almost wish there was an even lighter blue for me to blend it out a little bit more, but I'll just smoke out this blue a little bit when my base is on so that it looks a bit more smoky. But overall, those 3 shades have worked quite well. I'm just going to go back through them and build them back up. Okay, so now just moving further into my lid, I'm going to do some green in the middle. So I'm going to start with this darkest green here called Envy. Okay, so that shade was a little bit more chalky, a little bit harder to build up, but overall it's gone on well in the end, quite pigmented, looks nice, very happy with it. Now I'm going in with this shade here called Shamrock. Okay, that is a really nice shade and it blended with that other shade really nicely. Then I'm going in with this shade here called Acid. Okay, and again, I'm just going to go back through those 3 shades and re-intensify them. Okay, I'm really liking those green shades. I'm a sucker for green and those are quite nice. They blended so nicely together. I think it looks alright, pretty good. I'm just going to do more of a yellowy orange sort of inner corner bit. And I'm going to start with this shade here, which is called Moretta, I think. Okay, that is a beautifully pigmented shade. It's so pretty. I wonder if it's going to stain my eyes. Probably. But that is a stunning red shade. So beautiful, so pigmented. Wow. And now I'm going to go in with this shade here called Alter Ego. And the final shade I'm going for is this one here called Tuscan Sun. Okay, that's a lovely shade. I kind of wish there was more of a like strong yellow shade, but this is a beautiful shade regardless. It works well with the eyes. Again, one last time, going back through those 3 shades to re-intensify them. Okay, I'm actually kind of loving how this looks. I'm going to cut my crease and we will put on a shimmer shade. Okay, so cut crease is on. I used the Revolution cut crease canvas. And now for a shimmer shade. I kind of want to go for this one or this one, but I'm not sure. Or should I maybe go pink? Or bronze? Or green? I'm really not sure. I think I'm going to go for this one. I kind of knew I was going to. And that is this shade here called Ball. Okay, so that's not really doing anything. Let me try wetting it. It's just not really giving me anything really. I don't know if it's because it just doesn't have much of a base to it. So let me try a different shade. Let me try the pink one called Royalty. Okay, I can see that one a bit better. So I might do Royalty and then top it with a little bit of that more blue shade. Okay, so that took quite a bit of work, but I do now have a lid shade on. What I'm going to do is, just where the shimmer meets the matte, I'm going to just blend in some of those purpley blue shades so that it looks less harsh. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. What I'm going to do is stop the recording, catch up my other eye because that might take me a while, and then we'll come back and do the base and everything else and we'll finish up and I'll do final thoughts. Okay, so there we go. Both eyes are done. They're not 100% matching, but close enough. So I'm just gonna silently run through my base. It'll be sped up, just so you can see what products I'm using, and then we will do lower lash line and all of that, and I will give you my final thoughts. Okay, so now we're back just to finish up the lower lash line and maybe blend it out a little bit more, which I think is what I'm going to do first. So I'm going to zoom you back in and then we'll carry on. So first thing I'm going to do is go back into the light blue shade and just blend out the blues a little bit. So there we go, and now I want to use some different colours on my lower lash line so we can test even more shades. I think I'm going to go pink on the lower lash line. I realise this entire look just clashes with itself, but this is where we're at. I'm going to start with this shade here, which is called Mardi Gras. Then I'm just going to blend it out with this shade here, and that's probably all I'm going to do. That shade is called Identity. Okay, and there we go. I'm now going to put on some mascara and some lashes, and then we'll come back and do the lip and do final thoughts. Okay, so this is the final look. I did use a W7 lipstick. I didn't know I had this, but it's in the shade Jemima. It's also really old, so they probably don't do it anymore. It doesn't go perfectly with the look, but it'll do. I'm quite happy with how my eyes look. I really like the matte formulas in here. However, they are quite dry and they are quite chalky, so they're not the best formula I've ever tried in terms of mattes, but the effect I've got is really good. The shimmers, I've only tried one, well technically I tried two, and I'm not really sold on either of them. They're not my personal favourite type of shimmer formula. This one has worked out fine, but it took a lot of work to get to this. So overall, for this palette, at £15, which is its standard price, I think it's alright. Which I know isn't that helpful. I know that some people have an issue with it being a copy of the Stacey Marie palette. However, in my mind, I don't see them as competing, because you're either going to buy the BPerfect one or you're not. And if you're not, because of the price, this is a good alternative. I'm saying that having never tried the Stacey Marie palette, but like I said, if you want to see that video, I can pick it up and do that. But this as a standalone palette, it is nice. It does work. As you can see, I've made a decent look out of it. I've used a lot of shades on my eyes, and they've worked fine. So if you were thinking about getting this palette and you weren't sure about the quality, I would say it's good quality. For £15, 40 shades, yeah, I'd say it's worth it. I would. I'm just thinking of if I have any other palette that I would say to get instead of this. Maybe the Makeup Obsession Illuminati collab, that's the Kaleidoscopic Dreams palette. I have got some videos of that and I will leave them linked in the clickable I button thing. That's a good palette, and I think those mattes are better than these mattes. They do have different shimmer shades, and actually I'm not a massive fan of the shimmer shades in that palette either. But I would say that one's pretty good, but I don't know how much that one costs. That one might be £20. So actually, for £15 this is a good palette, and if you want it and you want to test out the colour scheme, then I would say go for it. But yes, this and everything I used on my face will be linked down in the description box. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know your opinion on them duping the Stacey Marie palette, and let me know what you think of this eye look. Let me know how you think it performed. Let me know if you think I should get the Stacey Marie palette and do a comparison video, or if you're not interested, that's fine too. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I don't think it's that bad. For £15, or I paid £9.99, it's pretty good and I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm happy to have it in my collection. And like I said, I will pick up the Stacey Marie one if you guys want to see the video. I'll probably end up picking it up anyway for my own interest and because I kind of want it anyway. But yeah, let me know what you think. But other than that, I think that's everything. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put out a lot of makeup content, so if that's your thing, welcome, come join. But I hope you have a great day, an amazing week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.